guys, it's Elizabeth. I'm back with another video. Yes, you might be wondering why my bookshelf is empty, but I'm going to go through all of my books and I'm going to try and get rid of some. I'm probably going to be getting rid of a lot of the ones that I got at Dollar Tree because I'm thinking about it more and more. I think about it, I'm like, I'm never gonna actually read some of these, so we'll just see which ones I get rid of. But yeah, I'm just going through all my books and I'm gonna reorganize myself and do it differently than I did before. I had a rainbow and it looked really cool, but I keep thinking like it'd be cool to put my series together the way they belong, so I guess we'll see. Maybe I'll do the rainbow, maybe I'll just do something else. I don't really know yet, I'm not really sure, but yeah, let's just get into this. This is where we're at. This is a pile of books. I read all of these and all of these. I was trying to sort them out in their different series at the beginning, and then I kind of gave up and I was like, I'll just sort through them after I sort through all the rest of them. These 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 piles are books I haven't read, and these 2 piles are books, again, I haven't read them, but they're not mine books. And so basically these are the ones that I have to go through to determine what I'm going to get rid of and not get rid of. I don't think I'm going to be getting rid of any of these, but we're still going to go through it. Maybe there is something that needs to go. But that's where I'm at currently. We're going to keep doing this thing. So now my series are organized. We have Series and Unfortunate Events, Mortal Instruments. Where's my other book? I have another book of that, but I think it's in my own red pile because I haven't read it. We have Harry Potter, Aragon, Lord of the Rings, and these are my single books. We have, those are ones that I just have one book, but they're part of a series. That's just 2 Lauren Grant books, and this is my Maze Runner, the archived series, Throne of Glass, Percy Jackson, Hunger Games, and Miss Peregrine's, and Lee Bardugo books. We're getting somewhere. I need to add some of the books from here that belong into the series over here. Like that one right there goes with the Hunger Games, even though I haven't read it yet. And there's a couple of other ones. And then I need to actually go through all of this. And then I can put all of this on the shelf. That is the plan. Let's do this. I might go eat lunch too, So I just realized, sorry, this is very crooked. I just realized that I need to go through the books on my TBR cart over here. I need to add these to this book selection, and I am going to go through the books that I own, that I've read, and make a list of ones that I want to get in hardcover, because there's quite a few books in here that I would love to get in hardcover, because mostly because I already have some of them in hardcover. I don't have the whole series in hardcover, like my Harry Potter books, my Hunger Game books, and there's a few other ones in there that I would like to have the hardcover to complete the set as hardcover, and then I'll keep the paperback from my paperback library. If you don't know what my paperback library is, it is all of the doubles books that I have. Like if I have a double of a book, I'll keep it for my own little library that I can have of books that I can lend out to people. And I call it paperback because most of my doubles are like, I have this paperback because I found it in hardcover, and so now I have 2, you know. But that's why I call it my paperback library. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're all going to be paperback. If I just have a random double of something and it's hardcover or something, then it's fine. But that's just what I like to call it, because yeah, I want to someday have this giant collection of books for a library that I can just, you know, share out with other people. And even if it's books that I don't like, it's a library sort of deal, so, you know, it could be for that purpose, and other people can borrow them and read them and stuff. So yeah, And then of course I'll share my other books depending on what book it is, but that's just like for make my own library that I can actually like share with other people. And you know, I will share these books, but also there's some in here that I won't let anybody read except myself, like my signed copies, but other than that, I'm pretty willing to share. I'm back. I did it. I have a whole stack of books that I'm getting rid of, and my shelves don't look horrible. There's a couple of spaces, or maybe just the one space that's empty because I have to find a book that goes there because it's not in my room apparently. But I think it's done. I'm ready to show you. It's not perfect. I don't love it, but I think it keeps growing on me the more I look at it. I'm like, it's the way I did it makes sense for me to be able to find the books, like all the series and stuff are together in their series, and it's not all like jumbled up, so it may look kind of jumbled, but it's not really. And yeah, I'll just show you and explain. Also, if you're wondering, yes, I have a bunch of new things on my wall. I will be doing a room tour very soon. So first I have my windowsill bookshelf. This has drastically shrunk in size because it went from here to the end of this air conditioning, and now we have this much space left. So when I buy more actual important books, I have that space. So what we have back here is, these are like most of my like contemporary-ish style books. There's one horror novel, and then just some Kathy Reichs, some Marvel, and there's one C.S. Lewis, but some Marvel and Stan Lee related books. And then from here to like about here is like period classics and Louisa May Alcott. And then we have some Lauren Graham, Cimarelli, some random books here, and then from here and here is historical fiction, or not fiction in the case of some of them, but historical books. And yeah, and then my anniversary beer bottle for St. Boniface. But this is what this looks like. Trying to get this all in one shot. This is what this looks like currently. I have some books spaced out on one book on each shelf, which I think is really cool. So let's just start at the top. At the top, we have my Harry Potter collection here, and then some other books randomly because there was a space there, and I had these leftover books. And you will notice that most of the books on this whole shelf are fantasy or fiction, so I thought that's really cool. So this is my like Harry Potter-ish shelf minus 3 books. And then this is my Leigh Bardugo and Sarah J. Maas shelf. Yes, there's 2 Cassandra Clare books, but that's because that space is there, and I was like, I need to put those books there for now. And then eventually, when I get the rest of Sarah J. Maas's Throne of Glass series, I will take those out and put them in here, if I can make them all fit, that is. But yeah, this one's probably one of my favorites. I just really like the way this looks, and yeah, I just love Sarah J. Maas and Leigh Bardugo, so yeah, I just really like the way that one's looking. And then we have this one. We've got Percy Jackson and relating books here, and then we got Miss Peregrine's Aragon and Hunger Games. And then down here, we just have Grimm's Fairy Tales, The Toll, Ash Princess, some Lord of the Rings books, some Victoria Schwab, and then my series of Unfortunate Events. And then down here, we have some random books back there, the Robin Hood too, and then some Arthurian books, like, you know, about Arthur and stuff. And then we just have a bunch of like 1 books. They might belong to a series, but I just have like the one. We have 2 Fallen Kingdoms books here, 2 Doctor Who related books here, and then these are just like all books that I have one of. I have these four. These are for my paperback library. I decided that I was going to put Fault in Our Stars in my paperback library. Number one, because, well, when I did read this, I was obsessed with it at the time, like years and years ago. I think if I read it now, I probably wouldn't care for it that much. So I'm like, you know, I don't really want to get rid of it because it is The Fault in Our Stars, and maybe I would want to read it someday again and see what it's like. But I'm like, I'm going to put this in my paperback library, so I have it here because I'm sure there could be people that, if there's anybody that ever wants to borrow from my paperback library, they might be interested in The Fault in Our Stars. I don't know. I just put it in there. And then I have Inheritance and Aragon and Mockingjay, because these three I have in hardcover. So this stack is a bunch of books that aren't mine that I'm taking out of here because I'm like, recently I just put like a ton of these Charles Dickens books in here. I'm like, it's Charles Dickens, I want to read all of his books, blah blah. But I'm just thinking, like, first off, they aren't my books, so I'd rather collect my own Charles Dickens books. Second off, I'm not going to be reading them anytime soon, and they're just taking up space that I don't need. Especially, like, this one's really annoying because it's so small. So whenever I'm stacking books or putting books somewhere, it's like on the bottom and it's making everything fall over. And I just like, yeah, like, I want to collect my own copies of these books, and some of these I just know I'm not going to read anytime soon, so, or all of these I should say. This is the get rid of pile. I'm so excited. It's so huge. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be this big, but I'm just like, I'm not going to read a single one of these books. I know that for a fact, because, you know, I haven't, and 90% of these are Dollar Tree books. So, well, there's a fair amount that's not, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, there's only 5. About 5 of those books are not from the Dollar Tree. So, sorry for any of the background noise. My family is a loud one. I also have this ginormous book, but this isn't something I'm going to read. This is something I got at Dollar Tree, and because it's so ginormous, I want to figure out how you're properly supposed to glue pages together, and I want to glue this whole thing together except for the front flap, and then I want to make it into like a secret compartment, and then when you put it in your bookshelf, it's a book that no one's ever heard of, so they won't want to pick it up, and then you can keep your secret stuff in here. Whatever you want, I don't know. But I just think that'd be so cool, and also because no one's ever heard of this, they're not going to want to pick it up as easily. Like, if I tried doing this and, like, making the cover look like it was Harry Potter or something, I'd be like, people are going to want to pick that up and flip through it, and that doesn't work. And obviously, if I was going to do, like, a Harry Potter related thing, I would make this look like Harry Potter. I wouldn't actually destroy a Harry Potter book. So, that's why I'm saying, like, yeah. But, yeah, this is something that no one's ever heard of, and most people probably aren't going to be like, oh, I want to pick this up and look at this and read it. Like, that's just my assumption anyways. Anyways, if you like this video, give it a like. Comment down below what you think of my bookshelves, if you have any bookshelves and what books you have on them, or what are some of your favorites on your shelves. And subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Turn the notification bell on so you get notified when they come out. And if you're not reading, you're doing it wrong. Bye!